Hey guys, welcome to another episode of How to Hack. Wow, that sounds cool. Welcome to another episode of How to Hack. Alright, so I sent a video yesterday where I was doing some Windows stuff and it appears that I've got some hiccups around the crack map exec thing I was going to do. So I thought within myself, so what else can you do about this blast? So I was like, cool, maybe I should do some exploit stuff to enumerate that domain rather than using the crack map exec utility, which rely on either SMB or HTTP stuff. So today, what I'm going to be doing is this. If you remember, or if you'd seen that video, you would actually remember that I could remote authenticate to the host using the RDP protocol. So what we're going to do today is we're going to RDP into that host and maybe do some fun stuff using the Powersploit framework. So Powersploit framework is a very robust framework which is built around the Windows PowerShell .NET framework, I think. Then it's got lots of modules like antivirus bypass module, which you're going to be seeing today, persistent module as well, priv exec, escalating privilege. We'll be seeing that today as well. Then we'll also be looking at some Recon, extensive Recon, maybe some mayhem, some exfiltration also happening in the background. So we'll quickly try to see if we can reach that host. I believe we can reach that host. Like I just lost the brain cell. Oh my god. That's fine. So let's see. So ping it's 10.0.2.15. Great. So the host is being reached via the ping. So the first thing we want to do is we'll try and remote connect using the RDP. Remember we use Remina. So we'll run Remina, remote connect to the host. And if you look at in this directory where I am, if I list this directory, you see I've got the Powersploit modules. There's antivirus bypass, there's the mayhem, there's the persistence, there's the privilege escalation, privexec, then there's also the Recon, as well as other nifty cool modules in there, test scripts, exfiltration. We're going to demo some of them. We'll just demo some of them. So let's go do some RDP using Remina. Great. So we're going to RDP into that host. The server is a 10.0.2.15. The username, remember yesterday. This can be done using any other user. Don't forget. We're going to create a user. Just watch. We're going to take. So the password, if I remember. I will not put the domain because I don't want that thing to mess me up. Then since I have a bigger screen, let me see if I can use a custom screen and span out to, I'm going to try this. So it should be pretty much visible for you guys. Alright, so let's connect. Yay, we got ourselves an RDP. So it cannot connect. Whoa, that's bad news. Probably I entered the wrong password. Okay, let's go try that again. Sorry guys, it's 10.0.2.21. I entered the wrong IP, it's .21, sorry. So it's because my Kali is actually .15. I'm going to show you that. The password. I don't want to enter the wrong password. Then I'm going to use a custom. I want something bigger. Okay, let's try it out this time around. Let's see. Okay, it seems like we're getting the connection we want. Okay. Oh, great. Excellent. Great. This is pretty cool. So we've got ourselves the RDP thing here. We're in that host. So most of what we'll be doing today will be remotely speaking to this host. So this is the host right here. Just to verify, you can see the IP config. That's the IP.21. So I made a mistake. Great. Now that we have a remote session on the host, what can we do from this point? What can be done? That's the question. Remember, I said we want to use the power exploit utility, and we have access to open a browser. So we will be more or less hosting the power exploit framework on our box and directing the user to connect to it. I don't like this screen width, so I think I'm going to cancel this session and redo it again. I want a better screen width. That's messed up. It's everywhere clunky. Yes, 21. So we're gonna use the custom. Let me use this. Let me use this. My mouse is still acting out pretty weird. I don't know why. I think I need to get a new mouse. It's pretty sick mouse. Okay. So let's see if we can span this thing out. Oh, mousy, behave. Oh, okay, still bad, but we're going to manage it anyways. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink this down a bit, drag it up. Then I was trying to run away from having to scroll up and down, but I think we'll leave it here at this point. So great, so we're in. This is the box. We can do the who am I? Or maybe we see it's connected to a domain. This machine is connected to a domain. Administrator user is logged in on this domain. So this is actually one of the domain admins. We can do the who am I, then / all, our regular thing we do to see all the configuration set for that user. We can go bit by bit looking at this. We can see the domain. This is the SID. You can see the 500 attached to the end, telling you that this is actually an admin seed. Okay, great. We can see the groups. We can see the authorities, access granted to this admin. We can see privileges also and their description. Some of them are disabled, but some of them are actually enabled. So, which means we'll be abusing some of them with the module which we'll be using. So I'm going to clear this quickly. Then I'm going to start the browser. So because I want to start downloading stuffs in this box. So I'm starting the browser. And I'm also going to dress this environment a bit. So I'm going to shrink this a bit down so I don't have to be going up and down and doing that stuff. It's really clunky. So great, this is fine. So I can now drag this down and I'm cool this way. So let's get in our Kali box. So on our Kali box, we're going to host the web server here using the Python, remember? So, but also I want to use the ngrok. So let me go to the up directory. Ngrok, I think is here. So I'm going to host this server on 9000. Then I'm going to redirect through ngrok so I can get the HTTPS link just in case there's anything looking up on that host for HTTPS. So I can take this HTTPS link and go to that Windows box. So this is really messed up. It's a lot of stuff. So I don't know. I'm going to look for a way to have to take this. I didn't enable bidirectional on the host, so I cannot just copy it and paste it there. So it's 6289. I'm doing it lame in the layman way, so don't laugh at me. Okay, great. So it's 62894. 62894. And let's go check again. E9C84. So we have E9C84, almost there. Then we have 9A. So there we go. 9A. That's ngrok.io. So can we reach it? Excellent. So we are in the host and we're browsing our hosted server in the Kali Linux. So like I told you, I could use several obfuscation methods to obfuscate this URL so it doesn't look like it's coming from ngrok, because mostly you find all those AV and other stuff that actually usually will not allow ngrok to do this stuff. So we could probably have obfuscated the link, then maybe embed it on an email. The user just clicks on the link, auto downloads something and running, but that's not what we want to do today. So the user has clicked on the link. We're social engineering the user to actually download some stuff. So you can see the whole power exploit directory is being hosted on this browser, and that's because I'm hosting the server in the folder where power exploit is. So if we go to that user, let's say we start with Recon. We'll do some basic Recon. So let's go to the Recon folder. So what we're going to do is we're going to social engineer them to download something. So in this Recon folder, we can see there is the recon.psd1, recon.psm1. There's this PowerView PS1. We can social engineer them maybe to download this PowerView PS1 and see if they will actually do that. So they're clicking on the link as usual. Users always want to click on the link. Then it's downloading the file. So the file is downloaded, AV is flagging, but we can still social engineer them to keep the file. Great, the file is on the system. So let's minimize this now and let's go into PowerShell and go to the download directory. So we're going to cd into download. Let's list the contents. We can see that file in there. So what we're going to do at this point, we're going to now import this module into PowerShell. So we should be able to run the module. Now that's the fun part of this. Sometimes it's not pretty easy to import modules, but what we want to do today, we're going to import that module. Then we're going to use the module to do some stuff. So as usual, we've got it in there. So let's try to import module in. So we're going to use the command import module. So it's power video PS1. Cannot be loaded. The file is not digitally signed. Okay, so you see what happened in there. I love stuff like this because it makes me start thinking with my head. So it's telling me, by the way, I didn't mention, this is actually Windows Server 2022. So it's the most recent Windows Server out there. It's like the most recent Windows Server out there. So let's go see why we cannot run this. It seems like there's an execution policy restriction. See, about execution policy at this. So we don't want to go in there and do all the stuff. We can just use PowerShell.exe execution policy. Let's bypass it. We'll run that little command. So now we have a shell which will bypass trying to go check execution policy if we have access to execute a script like that. And again, we'll run our script and see this time around we've got the success which we want. So we've just imported that module. So what's next? Now the whole lot that can be done from this point, since we've imported the module in, it just depends on the attacker's ability to play around with the CMDlets that are in the module. There are a bunch of CMDlets. So we'll start with some basic ones, maybe just to see what we can do. Then we'll maybe do some complex one, probably. But so let's do some basic one. Let's do the invoke is the invoke port scan. We're going to run that one first. Is it here? Is it not here? Okay. So I'm not sure it's there. So which means we have to look up for. I'm not sure. We have to look up for dictionaries. Probably. Let's do get. I'm not sure. Let's get all the command. Let's see all that we can run on module. Module. We imported power. It's not power view. It's power exploits. Oh my god, what is happening? Was it power? Oh, was power view imported? Sorry. Oh, I'm not sure why that didn't run. It's supposed to list all the modules for me. Get command. Okay, so as usual, sometimes this thing proves stubborn, so we have to look for a way around it anyways. And that's why we are hackers. Things don't always work out the way we want them to, but it's our ability to be able to get them to work or do what we want them to do. That's what differentiates us from anybody else. So at this point in time, it might seem like I'm being faced with a challenge, but trust me, it's just an opportunity to figure out a way to do it more better, so next time I won't have to run into this kind of challenge. So at this point, we can see that we've gotten something in, but it's not allowing us to run anything. So what can we do? That's the question. What can we do? Like I said, there's a whole lot that can be done. So because I cannot even view the modules in Power View, so which means something is actually holding me back. So what if we try some random command? Let's see if they will run. Maybe like get computer property, or maybe like get domain user, or let's just see. So let's do some gets cmdlex. We'll run some get cmdlex and see what we can do with it. So I'm gonna use the gets. There's a net. Is there a net domain? There's a net domain. Okay, great. So from a basic start, we can see the domain. Okay, great. Verified. We can see it's backward compatible to Windows. The domain Windows Server 2008. We can see the PDC role owner. We can see the parent. There's no parent. We can see the domain level is level 3. That helps us to understand the hierarchy. You can see the infrastructure role owner and all these other little details there. So which means we can actually run some commands. So which means we have to do some more stuff. Let's see if we can maybe get net user, if it's possible. We could actually get net user. Okay, this is a whole lot. I'm going to cancel it. What we can do is we can pass this out to a file and call that file domain user.txt. So it's going to copy all that into that file. Then we can go and review the file. I believe it's in download folders. So let's wait for that to run. There are other commands that we can run actually to do other stuff since we have the net functions in. So let's say we'll do this. We'll get the net OU organizational units, or maybe some groups, verify how many groups, the group members, we'll list that up. Then maybe we'll do some file share services on the box, and maybe we'll look at some events. Then maybe we'll use the add object, see if we can add a user to the domain. Now that's pretty cool stuff to do, but it's a bad thing to be allowed to be done on a Windows environment. So we're done. So let's go look at our sorry, it's a little bit slow, but notwithstanding, I'm going to close one of them. I just want one tab. So we'll go to our download folder. We can see the domain user the text document. See, all the domain it even gives me the logon count. This is admin user, I believe. This is administrator. Admin has logged on 8 times on the domain. It gives me the object seed. I can see the 500 at the end telling me it's actually an admin. Then it gives me the LDAP details. It gives me a whole bunch of cool stuff. Now this is going to go endless because there are lots of users, remember, lots of users. So I just wanted to show you can pass it out to a file, which is what I just did. So let's do the same thing, but this time around let's do for the group. So we'll do net. I don't think the group should be enough, so I don't have to pass it out to file. Net group. Whoa, there's a lot of them also. But anyways, I can also pass it out to a file. So let's modify the command. We'll call this domain group .txt. This is a capital G. So net group. Okay. Great, so we're passing that out to a file. So we're trying to collect stuffs. Remember, all these stuffs we're doing with our remote access from the box. Now, sometimes if this user is logged on, we won't be able to do this because it will have to log them out. And if they try to log in again, it logs us out. So, but what we can do at this point, we can quickly create our own user. Maybe that should have been the first thing we probably should have done. So let's try to create our own user and see if we can create our own user. Then we can now comfortably use our own user to RDP in. Then we can continue with our stuffs. So we'll go review the. Let's see what we got back. So there's the domain group. I'm going to open that quickly. Then what we want to do at this point is we want to take a pause and maybe go create our own. We'll go create our own user so that in case the admin user gets back from maybe the toilet or somewhere that they've gone to and they try to log in back, it doesn't throw us out from our access. That should have been the first thing to do anyways. I just didn't think towards that direction. So now that I'm thinking straight, let's get that thing fixed quickly before we're being thrown out from our access. Okay, great. So we can see all the groups, the admin groups, domain admin, domain user, domain guest, server operator, account operators, pre-window 2000, compatibility access. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to minimize this. So we'll use the add AD MSI stuff to do some pretty nifty cool stuff at this point to actually create our own user. So we can also use the add net user to do that. Let's see if the CMD let is actually in. So I'm going to clear the screen. Let's try the add net user. Oh, it's in. Good for us. So add net user. Let me see if I can run it raw. It's going to do that for me. Backdoor successfully created. Cool stuff. Okay, good. So what will be that user? Let's try if I can add this user. Cool. So I just created a user. So let's do net user plus Zilli. So we just created a user. So which means if the admin user logs us out, we can log in back with our own user. Now we didn't set a password. We can also do this setting a password for that user, just so we make it look really like cool and legit. But there's another way we can use to also create this user. There's another option for creating this user. So we can use a different module. I think I'm not sure exactly what it is, but let's see if I can remember. Add ADMSI or so. Give me a minute. I'm trying to think. Mm, and the MSI. Well, I could ask Google. I could ask Google. I think it's the add AD Give me a minute. Let me quickly powers around my brain. I'm trying to ask Google. Damn you, Google. Want to do this right? I'm trying to ask Google, but I cannot find what I'm looking for. Please just give me a minute. Can we use the add objects? Okay, use the add net user. That was the one I used, right? Yeah, I've used that one already. Is add, this should be an add ADMSI stuff. Yeah, it's been a while I actually did this stuff. That's not an excuse anyways. Add objects. Let me see. Add objects. Add objects. Or is the gets? Add AD objects. So I can take a seed from one of these user or one of these objects and try to pass it, but that's not the technique I'm trying to use. And my Google is not working out fine for me. I'm gonna ask Google one more time. That's a pretty cool nifty package. I can't seem to find it. Okay, I can't figure it out. So let's continue with our stuff. I hope I find it somehow. So let's continue at an enumeration actually. So now we've seen all this stuff. I'm gonna clear this, and we're gonna try some more stuff. We're going to try some more stuff. So we've dumped all the users, we've dumped the groups. How about we enumerate the admin? We did the net domain thing, I think. Did we? Yeah, we did net domain already. And how about we do, we did the add user, we added a user. So if we're kicked out, you can log in with our user. You can get the forest, you can get the shares. Maybe we do the invoke command, share finder. Let's see all the shares. Okay, we can see the shares even without using the normal SMB stuff. We can use the invoke file finder. Let's find some interesting files. Oh, obviously there's nothing in there. Okay, so how about we find local admin access. So there's the local admin CPT on this box. Okay, so we are actually a local admin on that box. So how about we find user field. Okay, so this one interests me a lot because you can see that in the domain configuration, these users, they've saved their password. Look at what is written there. For example, Colin Morton, he said, just so I don't forget, my password is. So he had saved, because he's using, probably they're using a password generator, like maybe LastPass or something like that. It's pretty difficult to memorize this kind of password. So he stored it there, and now I'm extracting it directly from the domain controller, and I can see the passwords of all these users. And trust me, some of these users will be having admin privilege or so, or usually this is something done by admins anyways. So we got all these users and their password. We can log in with any of them using any of these passwords, but I don't think we can still do some more stuff. So we can find the computers, or we can maybe find some foreign users, some strange user. Let's see if that one will work actually. Find foreign. Oh, what am I doing? Foreign group. Any foreign group? No. Any foreign group? No foreign group. Any foreign user? Obviously there won't be any also. I don't think there's any. It's taking a while, so maybe there are. That's because user database is a lot, about 3,000 users in that box. Oh, there's nothing, no foreign users, no foreign groups, so it's safe. How about we enumerate the local admin? So we use the invoke cmdelete, long scan for ACL. We want to invoke maybe the enumerate local admin. What details can we grab from the local admin? Let's see the configuration pretty much done on the local admin. We can see that, yeah, there is administrator. That's the account we use to remote authenticate. Disable false, which means it's enabled. Is group false. Is domain true, so it belongs to the domain. Good stuff. Okay, there's the enterprise admin. Disabled false. Is group through, so this is actually a group. Enterprise admins is a group. As domain admins is also a group. There's golden claim. This is also an admin. Good. There are other admins. Shauna Antoli, whatever that name is, sounds like shawarma. Okay, great. That's also an admin. So we've seen quite a number of admins. We can also invoke maybe the I think there's the user hunter cmdelete. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so that's us here. Administrator, the IP address of the box, then the domain, which we can see the server and the domain, then the NetBIOS actually name being thrown out there. So there's still pretty much more maybe that we can do. We can use Event Hunter, or we can do some group policy thing. Let's say we just do one of the group policies, so we can get, I think it's the get, I'm not sure exactly, I think it's the get, oh, my brain, should I need some sleep or something? Gets nets is GPO. Great. So we can, this might look really messed up. We can pass it onto a file, maybe use some better viewer to view it. But this has got some good stuff actually, because this is actually group policy objects that is configured for the domain. This can reveal several weaknesses that we can use to exploit to probably do some stuff around that, but I'm not going to be reviewing that. We can see that we can dump the GPO configured for the domain. We can also do some group. We can do the domain policy. I think we can view the, let's get, oh my god, I need to sleep. We can get, I think it's domain. Yeah, domain policy. So we can see the policy configuration. Also some cool stuff there, like minimum password age, we see is 42, lockout bad counts 0. So which means there is no account lockouts. I can brute force this account until I get access to it. The password complexity is 1, pretty low. Required logon to change password, no. So I don't have to log on to change password. That's bad. LS anonymous name lookup is not set. Force log off when our expires, not set. Password history size, clear text password, no. Minimum password length 7, also very bad. So all I'm doing is I'm looking at the domain policy that had been used to configure every user in that domain. And you can see some of these weaknesses, what we call misconfiguration, already revealing themselves, and that's not very cool. So we've seen the maybe we look at, we created a user Blesley, I believe. So let's see if that user is actually in this domain. Let's use a get. I think there's a get, I'm not sure, user property. Yeah, user property for this user. It's going to dump for all the users. No, I don't want all the users. I want just for Blesley. Let me go up and see. It should be the first if it's there. No, it's not there. So there's an, it's not, oh, it's there. So it's in the domain. Sweet stuff. So our user is actually part of the domain. Let's try the gets local nets user nets wrong command. Okay, great. So we can see the user belongs to the domain. That's just what I want to show. And we can also do some stuff around local admin access. Maybe we do the invoke. I think it's invoke check local admin access. True. So we've got local admin access. We can also check the last logon. We can check the domain seed. I think it gets domain. We've done policy. Domain seed. That's the seed of the domain. Cool. Also, now there's a whole lot more that can be done. There's a whole lot more that can be done. Maybe just to make you understand how powerful the Power View module is actually, because all we're doing is we've loaded the Power View module into the CMD partial, then we're using it to enumerate. We can actually see from our enumeration we're able to add a user. We're able to even assign role to that user. I think if I can remember those commands, we should be able to do that. Maybe we'll try bypassing antivirus, or maybe we try something like they can give us a code execution. I'm not sure if that will fly, but there's no harm in trying. So we're going to look at that. Let's see if we can actually use some module around AV stuff, if it's going to help us. Let's see if we have to download that. Let's go back to our server, the browser, and we'll check. Okay, we'll go back. There's antivirus bypass. Find AV signature. Maybe we'll download this and see if we can import it. We want to keep it. Okay, so let's view it. Is it there? Okay, so let's import. Import module, find. Okay, so we're able to import it. Oh, that's cool. Good for us. So let's see if we can list the command. I'm not sure. What kind of song is this? I want cool songs. We imported AV signature. Import the module. Can we get the command? I hate this keyboard. I have to get a better keyboard. Oh my god. What? Are we getting kicked out? Import module, antivirus. I think it's antivirus. We'll find antivirus signature. It's not listing the commands. Why? Who's gonna save me now? In another way. Who's gonna save me now? Who's gonna love me now? Show me another way. Antivirus bypass. PSM. Finally. Okay, so this one works. Net group user, net user, add object, ACL, add, good stuff. So I'm listening to the commands. See, there are lots of commands that we can actually use. Same, let's get add objects, domain seed, domain searcher, net domain. Some of them we've used already. Net forests, net group member, net OU, net add net user. We used that already. Add net group. We can add. Oh yeah. So we can try some pretty nifty little stuff. Let's see this. Add net user. Let's see. This will fly. What kind of nonsense song is this? You're terrible. Add net group. I saw a add net group. I'm trying to build that command up. Add net group user. Okay. Add net group user. Okay, so there's a problem, which is this. So how about I break the command into two? Run this first. The account already exists. Then I run the second pass. Boom! So I got ourselves into administrator group. Great. So Leslie is now an administrator. Let's see, who am I? Oh no. Gets nets. Oh my god. I need some sleep. So aha, this is what I'm looking for. So we are administrator. We're domain user in the domain. Global membership. So we will try to see if we can escalate our privilege from domain user to domain admin. So locally we are the administrator on the hosts, but in the domain we're just a domain user for now. So cool stuff. At least we're making some progress. That's the most important thing. Look at our password policy. Password requires yes. Okay, expires. One thing we can extend that. Or anyways, we're making some progress. So let's go run that command again and see. All the commands, we can still get net subnets, site shares, proxy events, invoke memory module, cool stuff. Okay. Div shares, domain seed, winter to type, copy clone files, UAC value, cool. Can we call and T4? Okay, so let's go pull another one down. Cool. We'll go back. We'll see privilege exec and power of the PS1. Good stuff. Let's pull down power ups. Power up. So we're going to power up now and see if we can probably put some user with admin privilege in that domain. Let's see if that's going to work out for us. If it works out for us, then it's game over. I think we'll call it a quit here tonight. But let's hope that works. Let's go try that out. So I'm going to go back to my PowerShell. Then I'm going to import module. It's which one did you download? Power Up, right? Okay, so easily we're able to import it. Then let's get command for the module. What kind of stupid songs? Oh, come on, guys, please give me a minute. These guys are suckers. I want some cool songs. You're playing me trash. Gotta find a cool song. No trash. So let's get the command for the module. What we imported was power up, right? Should we do that on I think priv? Is that a good song? Oh my god, why is it not listening my commands? Oh my god. Okay, so we have to go back and download the privex.psm. Let's try that. I don't know why it's not loading power up. Oh man, I'm so tired now. I need to get some sleep. So I'm going to import. I'll just go up and use autofill. I think it's priv. Okay, then get the command. Okay, so we got the commands. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? It's almost looking like the same thing. It's practically the same thing. What have we not used here? I think we've used almost everything. We've used almost everything there, so I don't think there's anything we haven't used. I was actually looking for something more cool. I think there are some commands that can help us dump registry. Maybe let me try. I don't know if it's going to work because it's exec privilege escalation. So I think there's a get registry, get reg. How do you call it? Get reg auto logon. There you go. Ish, there's nothing on that. Too bad. There's a get reg also. Get reg always always install elevated. False. No. Okay, we'll try one more. Get reg. I think is or get vol auto run. It's nothing. What? Well, it's Windows 2022. I'm not surprised. But we'll just try to look for stuff. That's what we're doing here, anyways. So let's check for maybe task schedule. We can do some get some vulnerability. around schedule task. That module is not here. VLNSCH schedule task. Any? Oh wow, found one. Let me found some. I'm going nuts. So Microsoft Edge updates, so we can exploit this, maybe bring in a vulnerable version of this Edge updates. And since there is a schedule task to automatically run this, if we replace this or we download this and use the MSF Venom to wrap a payload around it, then put it back there in that folder, it's going to run auto updates. Then we'll grab ourselves some cool shell, fun stuff. Anyways, I'm not doing that, sorry guys, I'm tired. Okay, so I'm just trying to show you that can work. There's a way that can work, and I just told you about it. So we could also do some, maybe let me try that thing. I think it's coming to my head now. Right, let's write debug. Right AD. Oh my god, help me out here. Right user. Boom, got you. Right user ADMSI. That's it. Run. It ran. So we can go add ourselves as admin. If you go in here, you see this user add executable. If you click it, I love whenever I see this stuff. So we're going to give ourselves a fun name. Let's call ourselves Enterprise. So it looks legit. Backup admin. I'll give myself a good password. My keyboard 2525. It's a good password. Let's see, will it work? We're putting ourselves in administrators group. What? So let's go back to PowerShell. Let's go find that net user. We call ourselves what? Backup. Right? Boom, shakalaka. So we've got another user in the AD, administrator, but still a domain user. Cool for us. So we're abusing some of these vulnerabilities to give ourselves a backup admin added. This is so sweet. Anyways, I can go on and on, but guys, please let me go and get some sleep. Or we do some DLL. I didn't do any DLL. Okay, let me do maybe one DLL. Let's find, I think there's a find DLL hijack. You know, the DLL hijack part, it will tell us. Let's see, but we're not going to do it. I just want to show you, you can actually check for DLL if there are. It's a bunch of them. Damn you. What? Oh my god. It's a lot. Remember, this is a brand new Windows Server 2022, the future server. It's a lot. And all these have administrators' rights. So which means if you abuse any of them, you're grabbing an administrator shell straight up. I'm gonna kill it. It's so much. But showing you how that works. We could also maybe try to write DLL. I think there's a module for, let me clear this first. There's a module for writes. I'm not sure. A module for write hijack. Boom. DLL. So we're gonna write it to parameters. Okay, I'm not gonna use this now because I didn't prepare a value for that. I just want to show you it's possible. Or you could find, we use the find the path to hijack. We can find, I think this find paths. hijack. Great, gives us an idea of paths to DLL that we can actually abuse. I think there's a module which will even give us a command to abuse the DLL. But you can see all these hijackable paths. All these paths are hijackable, so we can do some DLL hijacking stuff. Network penetration test can be this is Active Directory, sorry, it can be very robust. If I'm going to go on and on, this video will extend for hours, and there's still so much that can be done. It's always fun to do AD stuff because it's just going to reveal lots of bad configuration or misconfiguration in the enterprise, and it also helps to secure enterprise. So I'm going to stop here. Did I do anything on maybe service? Maybe just one on service. I'm always tempted to do stuff, so I think it's get service. I'm not sure. The service permission. The service permission. Any. If there is no service, there are lots of them. Trust me. Kill this. Whoa. There's LANman workstation, LANman server, LM hosts. DNS. So any of this, it's going to give you, I think it gives you the command. If you look here, invoke whatever, it gives you the command. Let me copy one of this command and paste it here. It didn't load it correctly. It's supposed to give you the command that you can use to abuse those services actually. Let me go all the way up. See the abuse function. This PowerShell didn't load correctly. If not, to give you the command to actually use to execute. I'm being beaten by mosquitoes in my own house. I paid for the rent. It didn't load properly. But anyways, I was just showing you that's possible. There's also the service details one. Then there's the unquoted service part. And there's also the file permission. I think we didn't do file permission. Let's do that. Oh, I did this already. Sorry. I'm going to clear this. Then I'm going to go do file. File hash. File. There's no file permission. Oh my god, that's so bad. I'm not sure if it's file. I think it's service file. Service file permission. It's a lot also. I'm going to cancel it. So we can see the abuse function. Look at this. If I want to abuse this edge updates, what I need to do is copy this command. Maybe I just demo it so you can see what I'm not just talking stories. I'll copy this command. My mouse is now going crazy. Maybe it's telling me to stop and go and sleep. And I'll paste it here. I just want to show you that this is what we call automation. Makes the job easy for us pen testers. And press enter. So look at what happened. See, it created it's telling me that a user, it ran a command net user John and gave the user this password and add the user to this. PowerShell is a crappy thing. It's cutting my command. It added the user to admin group. So if I run net user John, it's not there yet. So which means let's go up. What was that command I used? So which means it's telling me that I have to run this command, but it didn't complete it. PowerShell is a crappy thing to me now. Why are you doing this to me, PowerShell? Why are you doing this to me? You're hurting me. Let me drag it a bit, see if I can get the command. I'm going to run that thing again. I'm trying it again. It's still not complete. Oh my god. Sucker. You suck, PowerShell. Okay, but guys, you understand what I'm trying to talk about here anyways. Let me see if I can do something about that. it the font or is it the layout? It's the width, right? Can I drop it? It's not allowing me to drop the width. Wrap text output on size. That's turned on, so why is it not wrapping it? So there's something wrong then. Maybe because I RDP'd into it. But anyways, just trying to show you. It's going to give you the command. All you need to do is copy this command and execute it, and boom, this user will be added and added to the admin group. Then you can now log in with that user via, or you can create a new RDP session and log in with that user. There's no fight. Let's see if we can actually do that. We created a user. If I can open another session, or Remina won't allow me to do that, that would be too bad. I can have multiple sessions running? Damn you. Damn you. I cannot. Okay, cool. I'll call it quit here tonight, guys. I've been able to demonstrate everything I want to demonstrate. There's a lot more to do, but to sleep. Thanks for connecting, and also I hope you enjoyed this session. It's pretty lengthy, but network pen test or AD and web app is never going to come to a stop. It's a lot. It's going to keep going on and on.